Hey guys, it's Chris here again from Peachwood Co. We're here to give you another van tour. We've got a long wheelbase 419 Sprinter here. This is a 4x4 all-wheel drive edition. It's got off-road tyres, it's got the rear wheel carrier, awning on the outside. We've got a heap of features on this thing and we just want to give you a bit of a tour to show you what's going on inside and out. So as you step up into the van, you'll notice straight away we've got the well-beat side steps here. These are the ones that finish halfway on the door. So as you can see, we've got still a 600mm opening here so that you've got plenty of space to get in and out of the van, but it also maximises how much kitchen space we've got here for storage on the inside. But it also allows this little kitchen drawer on the outside here, so that can be used while you're outside the van under the awning. We've also got a little built-in strip light here, and a nicely finished step area here with our engineered flooring. So this van's been fully customised by the client, so they've gone and picked all of the finishes. So we've gone with an obsidian black anti-fingerprint laminate here on the birch ply, and it's also been paired up with pebble swan star-on bench tops, which is a beautiful finish, gives a nice contrast. The benefit to the star-on is it's just super durable. It can be polished back up again if you ever did get any sort of a scratch. That said, like, it is a super hard wearing surface and it's fully machined in-house, so we can do things like little drip tray here, which is a sink cover, so that you can put your wet dishes on there, have it all drip back in, and then you can also use it here so that you don't have to worry about having a small bench space. We've paired the star-on bench top with a black stainless steel sink and a pull-out gooseneck tap so that they can wash their dishes and all of that stuff very easily. Over this side of the van, we've got a 190 litre Bushman fridge. So as you can see, this has got a huge freezer option, and then underneath also a very large fridge area with the crisper and everything down the bottom. Fit all you need to get away in. Over here we've got the lagoon table that swivels out so that it can be used from both the swivel seat driver seats there, and then a little storage nook here for the table. So that slips into the little bracket down the bottom. We've got it tied up here so it's not going anywhere while you're driving, and then it can be all set up, ready to go for a little office desk or eating while you're on the road. So we've got a heap of storage in this van as well. So we've got a cutlery drawer up the top, we've got more storage drawers here. These have got little hidden latches here. This was also customised by the client. They wanted no handles on this, so we've gone with a hidden latch on there. Bigger drawer at the bottom for some bulkier items. As always, the storage underneath the sink, we do a door so that you can have a bit more accessibility to the underside of the sink area. It means you can put a bin on the door or in here if you've got room for it. Here we've got some filters that have been specified by the client. So these do fluoride and heavy metals and other things from the water tanks. Here we've got switches here for the water pump and for the hot water unit. So they can be turned on and run off 12 volt. The hot water unit also runs off 240 volt if you happen to be plugged into a mains campsite. On this side here, we've got a full wardrobe with a hanging rail up the top so that you can hang some items up there, and we've got a PU rattan on here so that that's not going to twist and warp with any different changes in the humidity or climate at all. And then underneath here we've got a push drawer so that you can put some small bits and pieces, underwear and that sort of thing. And then it's a bit of a his and hers setup because we've got one for each of them on both sides. You might be wondering what's the go here with this dead space here. Well, we've got the ability here for the client to be able to fit up to a 9'6" long surfboard that will come all the way up to this fridge panel here. So that's accessed from the back of the van. Boards can be slid right in, as I said, up to a 9'6" longboard. So that's what's going on this side here. And then underneath here, we've got some more storage stuff. You could use it for shoes or just further clothes. So we've got some more storage here. This is quite large, big storage here that they're going to put a Breville coffee machine in, so that's been specifically built for that. Then some more smaller drawers down the bottom, and here we've got a door where you can fully access your garage area, so you can put things like shopping, or you could put duffel bags and things into the garage area and get them out of this hallway section. Up the top here we've got some more storage that's above the fridge area. So this is designed so that you could down the track put a air fryer or a microwave in here. It's got a big vent here that is for the fridge so that it can ventilate through the cupboard, and obviously this being a breathable vent at the front here, it means that the air can pass right through. And we've got a GPO at the back there that runs off the inverter and off mains power for microwave or air fryer or other charging as well. So up the top here we've got a customised panel where we've got all of our switching in one place. We've got it conveniently labelled here, all engraved with the strip lights for on the ceiling, the floor strip, down the bottom, awning lights outside, outdoor lights outside, and then we've also got a place for our Victron panel to mount there. So as you can see, battery, solar coming in, the DC LEDs going out. You can conveniently turn on your inverter and charger from the button there. You don't have to get under the back to turn it on and off. This shows the shore power, whether it's connected or disconnected, how much power will be coming in, and then your AC loads going out from the inverter as well. So throughout the van, we've got a number of power points. So we've got one here, we've got one up in the cupboard up there, a couple underneath in the garage area, and one under the sink so that it can power an outdoor unit as well. These all run off the inverter and also off the mains power. So how it does that, all the power comes in and runs through the inverter charger. So that means if you're plugged into mains power, it will automatically sense that you've got mains power connected. So these singular power points can do both mains and inverter depending on what's been plugged in. So up here we've got a custom mattress that's been made by Comfort Camping Co. This is something that we do for all of our builds. It's a 100mm thick solid foam mattress, but it's got a multi-core layer, so you can specify it as a dense or a softer mattress. So it gives you preferences to be able to choose how hard you would like the mattress. And it's also finished off with a memory foam top and a beautifully stitched cover that goes over the top that can be unzipped and washed whenever it's needed. Here we've got the Dometic FreshJet 4 air conditioner. So it's a rooftop mounted air conditioner, and then we've got the ADR that mounts inside here with the grills. On the screen there you can set your temperatures and the fan speed, and you can also do it from the remote. So you could do it from back here in the kitchen. It's a split system unit, so it does heating and cooling, and it runs off the inverter and also mains power. So whether you're on grid or off grid, it'll keep your van nice and warm or cool through the summer months. Up here we've got the max fan mounted, as we have with all of our vans. They offer permanent ventilation. You can bring the air in or you can suck the air out of the van, depending on what you're doing, whether you be cooking here or you just need some fresh air to ventilate the inside of the van. Up here, this is one of the most unique features that we've got going on, and something that's a little bit new to us, but we are offering it going forward from now on, is this lightweight Paulownia cladding. So Paulownia is a fast growing tree, which means that you could almost liken it to balsa wood. It's a very, very light product, so it's around half the weight of Tassie oak or pine shiplap lining boards. And the walls and the ceiling in this van have been done with it. So here we've machined these up and turned them into slats so that we could have a felted backing on there and then nail the slats over the top to give a bit more of a modern feel. And then on the walls we've gone with the standard shiplap profile. This comes in like a number of different profiles, whether it be V-groove, shiplap, rounded, a few different options there, but it's just going to take a huge amount of weight out of the total van build, which is so crucial when you're working on such a big van with a lot of features. So on the outside of the van here, from the bottom of this carcass, we've pulled a kitchen drawer out this side. So that means you can have a little cooker stored in here, whether it be induction or a little butane gas, whatever you want. You can go here inside that drawer. You can set it up on top here, and then a little chopping board feature pulls out of here so that you could set up with drinks or meat that you're cooking or whatever you've got going on. On this side of it here, we've got a little power point so that you can plug in, for example, an induction cooktop. You can charge your phones from the outside of the van with a USB and USB-C, and it's also got a switch here which does a little strip light up here, which at night time lights up this whole area. Obviously we're very well set up here for outdoor living. You've got the outdoor kitchen, which you spoke about before, and we've got the awning here, which is a Fiamma F80S. That mounts up on top of the roof of the Sprinter. It's also got these magnetic feet here, which connect to the side of the van. They've got extremely strong magnets in them, so that you can connect the foot of the awning into the side of the van there without having riveted holes and all that sort of stuff with the standard Fiamma feet. So this van, being a 4x4, has upgraded tyres and wheels on this. So this has got the Method rims on it, which is 17-inch rims. And then we've got the two 7570s mounted to it as well. So they give a nice bulky look, but also stay within the flares there. We have had to fit the TerraWagon extension flares on here so that it gives clearance there. Doesn't have any sort of scrubbing at all, even on full lock. On the back here, we've got the Weldbeat rear wheel carrier. This comes in a ladder form, or it just comes in the standard form like this, which is just a rear wheel carrier. It's strong enough to hold a huge wheel like this, and it also comes with internal supports inside the door, so it's not going to dent the door as you're slamming the door open and shut. What we've done on this van is remove the spare wheel from the cradle underneath there, because obviously we've got it on the rear door, and it means we can fit a second 85 litre Atlas tank underneath the back there. So the water setup in this one is an 85 litre here, and then on the driver's side up towards the front we've got a 95 litre Atlas water tank. So in total we've got approximately 170 litres worth of water that you can fill up. So the other accessories that are up on the roof that you can't see from here, we've got 3 160 watt solar panels that fit perfectly down the centre in front of the aircon but behind the max fan. So that uses that whole roof space in the centre there. And then also up on top we've got the Weldbeat Starlink bracket, which has been mounted up on top with a Starlink Mini that's inside, so that the customers can use it wherever they go off-grid for Wi-Fi and 5G connection. So the biggest benefit with going with a customised van is that no matter what sort of features you need, we can customise any of this space here to suit whatever storage facilities you need. So in this particular case, it was a bit of a battle with trying to work out different heights that were required in the back end here, but also managed to keep the bed as low as possible so that we could have decent sized windows up the top, but also managed to fit everything underneath here. So under here we've got a Fat Boy electric bike, which is quite a big bike where the wheels don't come off super easily. So we've got a 900 clearance from this floor here to the underside of the bed there. So that means we could fit the slider tray, have the bike on there. And then the other thing that was super important to the client was also being able to have a surfboard storage here. So this will fit up to 4 surfboards in it at a maximum length of around 9.6 longboard will fit in this space here. So we were obviously capped out where they wanted to position the fridge at that end, and then this channel runs all the way up to that fridge area. Underneath here we've got an ARB compressor, so that's mounted underneath and ventilated here, so that you can plug in your hose, pump up all your tyres when you're off grid. You can let your tyres down whenever you need if you're off road, and pump them back up again super easily. On this side here we've got outdoor shower, so that can be plugged in and used from outside here with the privacy of the doors and a little screen, or you could use it on the outside of the van on that side. We've got another little switch here for some lights underneath. So this is just a strip light fitted on the back here, which lights up this whole garage area nicely at night. They are also connected to these steady amber lights at the top. So that will, obviously when the doors are sitting at 90 degrees, also light up this whole back end of the van at night time. On this side of the van over here, we've got the whole electrical system. So the board at the back there, which is supplied by Arizon, that's got our Victron Multiplus inverter charger. It's got the solar controller, the DC-DC charger, so that runs off the alternator. It's also got the servo unit, which runs the screen, and obviously your main fuse box and all of that stuff that's underneath. The batteries are all mounted in a sealed container under here. So we've got 600 amp hours of lithium battery in there. Again, Arizon batteries. Right at the back behind the electrical setup, we've got the hot water unit and the pump. So that works as a bit of a plumbing hub over the back there. So again, the hot water unit runs off 12 volt, but it also runs off 240 volt, but not off the inverter. So what that means is as soon as you're plugged into mains power, the hot water unit will automatically click onto mains power and start heating your water supply. But if you are off grid, the solar is obviously coming in and filling up the battery bank, and then the hot water unit can run off 12 volt as well. On the sides of this whole garage area, we've got multiple nooks. So we've got a little nook in here, which is good for storing things like the shower hose, little bag. We've got more nooks down the bottom down here, where we've just tried to maximise all the storage space possible around the wheel arches and wherever we don't have anything else stored there. Thanks so much guys for checking out our YouTube video of this 4x4 long wheelbase Sprinter. We've been super excited to give you a walkthrough to show you internal features and external features on this thing. If you've got a project similar to this or another 4x4 Sprinter, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact us at peachwoodco.com. You can send me an email directly at chris@peachwoodco.com, or you can check us out on Instagram. All of the links are in the description below. And otherwise, if you could like and subscribe this video, that helps massively with our traction on YouTube. But thank you again for checking out this video, and we'll see you again next time.